How you doing? I'm Darren with Ash Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking smoked ham, but we are not smoking this ham like normal. We're essentially smoking this ham like a pork butt. We're going to try and get some delicious pulled ham out of this. I have not tried this before. I've seen people do it and it looks really good. So today we're going to find out if we are wasting a ham on this cook or if we are cooking up something delicious. So let's bring you in and get this pulled ham prepped up. All right, so here is our ham. This is about a 10-pound ham I picked up from Walmart. This is the shank or butt portion of the ham. One thing to note is it's not spiral cut. You do not want a spiral cut ham on here. What we are gonna do is we're just gonna add some score marks in here just to get a little seasoning and smoke down in there. So I'm just gonna come through and do that. All right, so after I have my score marks in there, I'm just gonna come in with some yellow mustard, and I'm usually not a proponent of binders, but with ham, you pretty much need one just because of how the conditions are on the outside of this thing. It's not like a pork butt. It's not like ribs. It's just kind of like you got this smoked layer on the outside and nothing really wants to stick to it. So, like I said, just an absolutely light layer just to get our seasoning to stick to that. The seasoning we're using today is my honey chipotle. I really love this stuff on ham. And of course, yeah, I'm biased, but it does go together very, very well. And I think the end result is gonna be amazing. So we'll just season this up. All right, so now that we have the ham all seasoned up and ready to go, I'm gonna cook it in this pan right here, just so if there are any juices that come out, they sit in this pan and that bottom doesn't get all dried out and burnt up. So that is the logic behind it. If you wanted to, you could add a little liquid in here. I'm not worried about that because we're gonna be adding liquid during the wrapping process. But just for the smoking process, I wanna get this in the pan and do it that way. If you don't wanna do that, that's a risk you can take. I just don't know how it's gonna turn out, so I wanna try and do everything I can to make sure that this is a successful cook. So we're gonna be cooking on the pellet grill today, specifically the Traeger Ironwood 885. I have it set at 250 degrees right now. I'm gonna let it go probably 2 hours and then bump it up to 275 just because I'm pressed for time today. If you have a lot of time and you wanna do it at 250 until it's time to wrap and then bump it up, completely up to you. I'm just gonna be running at 250 degrees for the first 2 hours, and then I'm bumping it up to 275 degrees. And then when we wrap it, it's going up to 300 degrees. And we are essentially cooking this like a pork butt. The only big difference is I'm not really too worried about cooking this to color. Obviously, I don't want it to get too dark or burnt up, but I'm more concerned about the internal temperature on this. So I'm thinking once it hits around that 165 degree mark, that's when we're gonna get it wrapped up. So 250 degrees to start off. It's probably not gonna be at 160 for 4 or 5 hours or longer. I don't know, like I said, never done this before. So good learning experiment. I gotta be honest, ham isn't my most favorite thing in the world, but I think I would enjoy it a lot more pulled like this. You can use it in a lot of different applications. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. So let's go get this out on the Traeger Ironwood 885, rocking at 250 degrees right now. All right, so the Traeger's rocking at 250 degrees. We're gonna get this ham on. Dead center right there, and we're just gonna let it go for 2 hours. Then I'm gonna bump it up to 275 degrees. Once I bump it up to 275 degrees, we'll take an internal reading and see where it's at. But other than that, we're just letting this baby get a smoke bath. So we'll see you in a couple hours. All right, so it has been 2 hours. We're gonna check in on the ham right now. And oh man, that thing is looking good. Let's get an internal temperature reading right here. Sitting at about 78 degrees after 2 hours at 250 degrees. And like my suspicions are confirmed, there is a bunch of liquid in the bottom of this pan. So I'm definitely glad that I went with the panning option just to retain that moisture in there. All right, so now that it's been 2 hours, we're gonna bump the temperature up to 275 degrees and just let this ham go until it hits 160 degrees. I'm guessing it's going to be a few more hours, but I'll bring you back when it's time to wrap and let you know how long it's been. We'll see you then. All right, so it has been 5 hours total. We are sitting at about 168 to 170 degrees, depending on where you probe. You can see this is looking amazing. I'm gonna get this in the house, show you the wrapping process, and then because we are losing daylight, I'm just gonna get this in the oven at 300 degrees and finish it out. But man, that is looking so good. So we will see you in the house to get this wrapped up. All right, so this is our ham after 5 hours, sitting at right around that 168 to 172, depending on where you probe. I'm gonna come in with a little bit of orange juice here. I just love orange juice and ham. This is 8 ounces, that's all we're gonna use. And you know what, it may seem weird, but this little bit of sweetness and acidity mixing in everything is gonna be really, really good, especially when we strain out this juice at the bottom of the pan. And it's just giving us a little bit more liquid for us to braise with. And then of course, you can't have ham without a little bit of honey. So we're gonna drizzle some honey over the top. Again, just adding some nice sweetness. It's gonna help cut down from the acidity of the orange juice. Get it all in those crevices. That is looking killer. And just a little bit more of seasoning since that ham did open up. We're gonna get a little seasoning inside of there. Just like that. Now we're gonna get this covered up and into the oven at 300 degrees until she's probing tender. I'm guessing that's gonna be around 206, but I'll let you know for sure. I'll let you know how long it takes and what the probe temperature is, but keep in mind, you're gonna have to go by feel on this when you do it yourself because it's not the end all be all. You want that probe tender just like you would a pork butt. So I'm gonna get this covered up. And now this is going in the oven until it's done. All right, so it has been 6 hours and 46 minutes since we started this cook. So let's get this opened up and see how this ham is looking. Oh man, that looks killer. Tons of juice in there, almost coming out of the pan. We're definitely gonna be straining that off and adding it back in. But more importantly, it is sitting real nice and tender here. Right there, we got about 204. Over here, we're sitting at 206. So we're in that 204. We got 206 right there. I mean, this thing is just probing like absolute butter. At this point, I'm just gonna leave it like this for probably an hour and let it cool off before we go ahead and pull this ham. I cannot wait to try this. Oh man, I mean, oh yeah, it just, look at that little morsel right there. Beautiful. I'm gonna try this while this rests. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, so it has been about an hour, and just to keep this semi-warm, I did have my oven off and turned it back in there and just let it slowly come down. That being said, we have a ton of juice right here that we need to empty out. So I'm gonna slide this over. You can see it's been spilling everywhere. I'm gonna get that right there. And I think actually I'm gonna put the paper towel underneath just in case it leaks. We'll just pour that juice into our strainer. That way we can add it back in once we get this ham pulled. Just like that. All right, so there's our ham. We're just gonna come in, check out that clean bone pull right there. That is awesome. And then we'll just start shredding this up. Another bone right here. Make sure you get all of the bone pieces out. Check out that ham. Just pulls apart wonderfully. Nice, big. Look at the juiciness on that thing. Man, this thing is still just piping hot though too. Could have let it rest down a little bit more. If you have the time, let it rest down. I've been shooting videos all weekend and I just didn't have the time. I got to get ready for work tomorrow. So kind of rushing this one. I would definitely recommend letting this thing rest down to probably 150 degrees internal minimum. So I'm just going to get this all shredded up. Check that out. Beautiful. Like I said, piping hot. So the one thing I'll say is don't shred it when it's this hot because it's just not something you want to do. And look at that. Beautiful pulled ham. All right, so now that we have that ham all pulled, I'm gonna add this juice back in. You can see where the fat line is right there. The rest of this is just delicious juice that's gonna add so much flavor to this ham. You got the orange juice in there. You got the honey in there. It's gonna be citrusy. It's gonna be sweet. It is gonna be so good. Check that out. Just so much moisture in that ham. All right, so this is looking good. Let's jump out and let's do the taste test. All right, so it is the moment of truth. We're gonna try out this pulled ham. Again, I just wanna stress, make sure you let this cool down a little bit before you pull it. My original intention was to leave it on the counter, let it come down in temperature a little bit, down to about 145, 150. However, I had some stuff to do, so my oven was off, so I just threw it in there. I highly recommend doing that. It's gonna yield a better end result. That being said, this ham is for this video. I'm not feeding a ton of people with it, so if it ends up being dry because that's what I did, I'm the only one who has to deal with it. So anyways, look at that. Pulled ham, there's still plenty of moisture in there. We added that juice back, so that should definitely help, even though we pulled it a little early. So let's just try this out. All right. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I really don't care for ham that much. It's not my favorite. I'd much rather have turkey. I know there's people out there that'll argue that with me all day long, and that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, no matter how wrong it is. But this is really, really good. I mean, it's really good. It's tender. It's juicy. It's definitely smoky. I mean, this was already smoked, and then we hit it again for five and a half hours. But I thought for sure this was gonna be dry, like really dry, because it's ham. No. Moisture's there, tenderness is there, the flavor's there. I 100% would make a sandwich out of this. I think it would be absolutely delicious. I mean, I just can't get over the moisture in there, how tender it is. That sweetness from the orange juice and the honey coming in real nice, really complements the ham. I'm glad I went with that decision. Yeah, it's delicious. I definitely would recommend giving this a try if you're kind of tired of the same old boring ham. I know I am, but this is a ham that I'd be happy to make, happy to serve to friends and family, and clearly I'm happy eating it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.